Hi travelers, Tara here, and I'm going to come with you. I know I just posted the what do you call it? I don't know, the elementals, but I wanted to do a quick straight no chaser. That's what I'm going to give you guys, a straight no chaser reading, and that's a new product that I'm going to be offering over on the website. For those of you who think you might like a reading, the only thing you should do is click on the little eyes that pop up there in the right hand corner of the video. Eventually I'm going to get around to making either an introductory video or something, I don't know. You can click on that and it'll take you directly over to the website. I haven't posted the straight no chaser yet. I got it in draft, so I'm working out the kinks for it. I don't know what I was saying. So anyway, I'm going to do 15 card Sibila. There will be no clarifiers with this. And then I want you guys to formulate a reading for, a question for the angel answer card. See, my table's all shaking. I want to preface this. This is a general reading, so the messages will not resonate with everyone. But also, I want you to keep in mind that sometimes the message may not necessarily relate to your personal situation. I think I've said this on a few videos before, but it may relate to somebody that you know. It could be a friend or a family member or a friend of a friend. And so perhaps if this is not really going to speak to your situation, there may be some information or something else that you can pass on to somebody from this message who may need it. All right, so kind of pass it along or pay it forward. So that's what I have to say. I'm going to just put a good shuffle on these. Website members, I have already started the romance reading. I just finished the Taurus video. I'll probably take the page live a little bit later this evening. I'll probably get up to perhaps Virgo and then complete the rest. So let's go ahead and get the cards put down and see what story they have to tell. Okay, you never know. All right then, I'm gonna give these one more good shuffle. And here we go. La donna del servizio. Allegrezza al cuore. I love that card. Costanza. Consolante sorpresa. Pensiero. Oh, that's a beautiful line. That's a beautiful, beautiful line. Really it is. It's a beautiful line. Let's see what the rest of the cards have to say. Dispiacere. Messaggere. Ammalato. Sospiri. Deliranti. Well. Well, okay. Let me slide these over, wait a little bit so you can see the final row. Okay. Vedovo. Presente di Pietri Preziose. This I'm not saying that right, but it's the precious presence. My Italian sucks. Dottore. Fedeltà. Ah, well. And the Fortuna. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And while I got you here, do know that the straight no chaser will be strictly a Sibila reading, okay? The way I'm reading these cards is down the center is where we are currently. This is our present energy. Everything to the left of that is the past or near past. Everything to the right is the near future or future. So again, for some of you, this may have already played out. You're working through it right now. For others of you, this is something that you may be going through, or, you know somebody who's going through right now. And then for the rest of you, this is something that could be coming up. Right in the center, I have the Amalato. This is the card is really known as the visitor. Okay. But the person looks ill. This could be somebody coming to your house and got sick, right? Okay, whatever. But what I'm looking at, really, the way I always read the Amalato is the sick person. And people can be sick in many, many different ways. They don't have to have a cold or a flu. They could be mentally sick. They could be financially sick. They could be emotionally sick. So to me, this is the concept of someone who is not feeling at their best. I do feel that this has been something constant, like a malaise. Maybe it is even an unknown malaise. But here we have underneath the Doctore. And the Doctore is the card of the professional man. So this person will represent someone who's in a professional capacity. They can be an architect. They can be a doctor. They can be a dentist. They can be a counselor. And they're really not a counselor, because there is a card for that, and that would be the sacerdote. But this would be somebody who's in a position to either give advice, grant advice, or to help. No matter what capacity that they are coming in, or no matter what their profession is, their role is primarily to help, right? This could even be your accountant, okay? Is to help you. So this is someone who has professional knowledge about whatever they do. The Costanza at the top of this row tells me that there's been either a situation in which you've been stuck in, or you've been feeling upset about, just not feeling yourself, and somebody has either arrived, or there's someone near you, or there's someone who may be coming up. This could also be you, right? The Doctore, these are 14th century cards. So in those days, the only doctors were men. So that's why we have the Doctore showing up as a male. But we know that we don't live in those times anymore. So this could even be you coming in to help someone. Across the top row, La Donna del Servizio, Allegrezza al Cuore, Costanza, Consolante, Sorpresa, Pensiero. This tells me that the Donna del Servizio is a helper. She is a domestic, and her job is to run errands and to do things. But basically, she's a positive card. She's always positive because her role is something that is akin to the energy of someone who loves to do their job, who loves to assist her, who loves to help, even in the small things. There is great joy in this for that person. Allegrezza al Cuore. To me, that speaks to the Three of Cups. It is the card of personal happiness. Now, the Sibila makes it a point, Lavidas make it a point to differentiate between personal happiness and the happiness that you gain with family and friends. I wrote an article over on the website some time ago about the agape, the 5 different types of love that the Greeks call it. There's different types of love. So this speaks to your own personal joy and happiness that you feel in your heart. We have Costanza. This speaks to the immutability, the unchanging nature of this. Consolante Sorpresa. I'm reading this like, even though I might not always get the recognition for it, or I might not always get the amount of money for what I do, the personal happiness and satisfaction that I get, really means a lot to me. This is the meditation, okay? The pensiero. Now, this could also be speaking about someone who is looking at this particular aspect of yourself. They're thinking about it. They're meditating on it. What I see here in the first row of the past, which would be the far past, or however, I have Donna del Servizio dispiacere vedovo. What I'm getting, the Donna del Servizio is like a verb. She's an action verb. So this is really the idea of coming in at a time when someone is anxious or worried. They're very upset. And they're like at the end of their rope. As a matter of fact, they're crying over the past. Okay. but the dona de servicio sits over the top. So it speaks to both a descent, someone mourning a loss of some kind, someone going from happy to sad to being really, really mournful. Okay, and then across the center here, dispiacere, you're crying, your eyes are crying out, you're worried, you're anxious, you don't know what to do, and suddenly a message comes in, something from afar. Okay, but here's the amalato, and it sits in the center. So I'm not exactly sure if this amalato is speaking to the idea that there's someone else who sends you a message who themselves may not be at their best or in their best place or position at the time. In other words, it is the idea or the concept of, you know, I've been there and I've done that. Here is the sospiri. The sospiri says, you know, I too have been waiting for my ship to come in. Here, this is the sospiri, is the longing, the sighing, the waiting. I'm waiting for my crap to get over with, you know. But here, maybe if all I can give you is is a kind word, okay. But it speaks to something coming in, and then suddenly deliranti. Deliranti speaks to stupid actions and stupid behaviors. I'm not exactly sure if the cards are saying to you, the message is that even though you may be sad, even though you may be still waiting for your ship to come in, it's not stupid to be worried, and it's not stupid to wait for the situation to change. It kind of speaks, that whole road to me is like patience, okay, because this too shall pass. Now, the future row, vedovo, we see that someone is mourning a past. Maybe this is about some kind of news coming in, and somebody's saying to you something really, really ugly and really, really hurtful, and you don't know what to do about it, you know, and it makes you feel as though you're stupid, or makes you feel as though, you know, you've been duped, okay, the vedovo. But the truth of the matter is, you're not alone. Everybody has gone through that. If you must lament, then lament, and then get it out of the way. And a lot of times I will read the dilerante not in terms of stupid actions or stupid behaviors, but simply that kind of delirium, that kind of joy happening. You see, these people are drunk, you know. Now, I know a few drunks, when they get drunk, they cry and they get real violent, okay? But then I know those drunks that are just happy-go-lucky and they sing. So I would suppose that it makes... it's going to depend on who you are, how do you handle what you handle, you know, how you handle your liquor. So, but whatever this vedovo is, what I see coming in is the precious presence. So there's a gift that comes to you through this particular situation. And it is a gift that is unselfish. Box is just left open. And it comes through this doctore person. Okay? And on the backside of this doctore person is the idea or the concept that there is a friendship here. There is a loyalty here. There is a trust here. And this is done strictly through the concept of the Wheel of Fortune. There she is, Fortuna. Okay? Fortuna is a very, very powerful little asteroid. She is, I want to say, number 19. Fortuna is sometimes that idea of someone else blindly steering your fate, but she also speaks to you blindly steering your fate. But she also speaks to the riches and the abundance, speaks to the idea of having it all perhaps and then losing it all. It is a blind aspect. It is neither punishment when things go wrong, nor is it reward when things are great. It's just the way things happen. But I also see here, with consolante sorpresa sospiri and the fedeltà, that for some of you, you are in a position of knowing, well, you know what? I didn't get exactly what I wanted, or I don't have exactly what I want, and I keep casting my net out and I keep dragging things back in. My ship still hasn't come in, but I'm going to remain true to whatever it is that I'm trying to do, whatever my hope is, whatever I'm longing for, whatever I'm wishing for, whatever this ship represents to you. Okay? Simply movement, moving through. And then the row here, the pensiero dileranti fortuna. Is it stupid? Is it crazy for me to want more? Is it crazy for me to let me meditate on if something happens through blind sheer luck, what am I going to do? Am I going to go out and get drunk and blow everything that I've been waiting on? Or am I going to rejoice in that, in the delirium, but also maybe help to steer someone else's destiny blindly? This is a really interesting reading. I just kind of had a very strange exchange with someone, and it's not strange in the sense that it was bad or that it didn't make any sense. It's just something that occurred, and I felt like, wow, that's what I needed to do. And I think perhaps that this is a message that I'm supposed to pass along to others. But at the same time, I think here, the dono del servizio messaggere datore, there is something very positive about this message that comes from afar. Okay? And something that at its very core, at its very essence, it is about that idea of helping or nurturing someone. Okay? The pensiero sospiri doctore. Again, someone else thinking or meditating on what is it like, I suppose, to wait or want or to have your ship come in. Okay? And perhaps someone contemplating, what can I do to help? It's almost like here with the Consolante Sorpresa Amalato, precious presence, that the cards are saying, you know what? It's not what I expected, or it's not, but, you know, and in a way, I kind of accept that because it's a consolation. It is this Amalato here that I think, which is the focus of the reading, which can say to you that whatever the bad things are that are happening to you, to someone that you know, maybe it's not even somebody that you know, that illness, quote unquote, or bad times, quote unquote, in effect are visited upon us. In effect, when these things happen, we are visiting that particular emotion or that particular situation. But ultimately, in the long run, there is treasure to be found in that. And I suppose that is that sunny outlook of the glass half full versus the glass half empty. Does that make any sense? It ends with the Fortuna. And this, you know, there's only really one negative card here. Very, very negative anyway. The Donna del Servizio Dileranti and the Vedovo. The Vedovo is the most negative card in here with the Dispiacere. But that's all in the past. And in a way, the Donna del Servizio with the Dileranti and the Vedovo, to me, is speaking in one sense, the idea that even through sometimes our own, I don't know, crazy actions, we do find a loss. But at the same time, that loss is also a gain on some level. I don't know if that's like totally highbrow, metaphysical, that maybe some of you can't even relate. I don't know. This is the message that is coming through to me. Oh, that just bites. I thought I had my volume down. I also feel, in one respect here, I'm looking at the pyramid section. At the top is the Costanza, Messaggere Vedovo. I feel that for some of you, there is someone who may be mourning or lamenting the fact that they have not heard from you. It has been a long time since they have heard from you. And maybe, you know, you've been waiting to hear from them. And waiting for that chance. It's gonna, once that wheel turns, once I get that message, man, that's going to be it. When in effect, perhaps what you should be doing is reaching out first, taking that chance. And maybe this is what the dilettante is all about. Man, I'm thinking about doing that, but you know, what if it's a bust? What if the person doesn't even respond back to me? Or what if, you know, I end up feeling stupid? Well, no pain, no gain, right? So, let's formulate one question for the romance angels. And again, damn, why everybody want to call me right now? Okay, so I want you to formulate one question. Yes, by the way, that is Chris Bodie as one of my ringtones. That's my ringtone. That's my man. So let's formulate one question for the Romance Angels card. And again, love is love is love, be it through friendship, be it through children, be it through spouses, be it through parents, be it just through that universal idea of what love is. Ready? Here we go. Wow. Remember that Wheel of Fortune? Let me show it to you again. Hold on. Fortuna. Now, Fortuna is sitting in the sign of Leo right now, and she's sitting along with Ceres. And Ceres speaks to single mothers. It speaks to the idea, the concept of sharing. Sometimes it will bring up food issues. It could be about child custody issues. It could be about issues between you and a son-in-law. The fifth house of Leo rules babies, lovers, children, those junior demographics, people 20 years plus your 20 years your junior. This could be about issues of meeting a lover and wanting to have children, or meeting a lover and you don't want to have kids. This could be about pregnancy, adoption, in vitro fertilization. But it also speaks to the idea, the concept of having of stepping into your own creativity. That's what Leo, being a leader in some way. Fortuna is just simply that idea of a little bit of luck coming in. And sometimes through loss, we end up having more of a gain, which is lucky, right? We don't always see it that way, but yeah. So the card says very soon. It's the Wheel of Fortune. There's the cornucopia, the Wheel of Fortune. So whatever it is that you've been waiting on, you know, I think very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. That's the message of this, the Romance Angel card. Now, what I need is some stinking new glasses. I think so. What am I? Oh, very soon. I was looking for the Clearly Decide card. Okay, very soon. Here it is. This card asks you, what do you want? And demands very clear and specific answers. Just like putting in your order at a restaurant, the universe has been listening to your thoughts and feelings about your love life and has brought you what you ask for. Yet when you complain about what's served to you, it's only because you placed an unclear order. As soon as you are perfectly straightforward about what it is you desire, it comes to you upon the wings of angels in an instant. You drew this card because it's time for you to get clear and honest with yourself and formulate your request with faith and optimism. Trust your feelings and make decisions for yourself about what's best for you. And that is stepping into that Leo energy. Leo is all about pride of self, of knowing who you are, and everybody else got to fall in line. So that's what I have for you. That was your straight no chaser. I hope those messages helped. Come over and join me on the website. I've got 3 levels of membership. I'm about to add a 4th. I'm going to go back to that 1-day access thing. I got to figure out how to set it up. Still haven't done that. And I hope you'll come over and join me. And you can always leave a comment about the video over on the website, which is underneath the shout out and comments section. And I do hope to see you. So until next time, namaste.